Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome back to another episode. But I don't know what I think it's gonna be, probably a reaction to or random talk. I don't know. Y'all probably see on the cover, on the thumbnail, whatever. But anyways, guys, welcome. This is a special video essay. But I'm not. I got my new friend, my new buddy, Malky Chan. I hope I said it right.
Yes, you did.
Thank you. So now again, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the, as I like to call it, my random friends.
Well, thank you for having me.
I appreciate you. So I know you guys are still looking for me talking about remakes. It's coming, guys. It's just so much stuff that's been going on, especially with October. But you're not here for that. You're here to talk about why do certain developers and creators create their fans. And maybe, like, matter of fact, Malky, tell them about yourself before we get started. Tell them about you.
Well, hey guys, I go by two names. I go by Dez. That's my actual name. My channel is Exceptionally Dez. Gonna come out with some content eventually. I took a short break. If you ever see me gaming, my gamer name is Malky Chan. I'm the one and only. So no, it is me.
And I remember Malky started a group on Facebook, and I just reached out to it. Very, very lovely person. Actually, this is the first time we talking, so it's very, again, I just can't thank enough for being here with us. So anyways, guys, those you know in the news right now, like, I'm kind of gonna stay with the Rings of Power. Like, Rings of Power is it's a prequel to the everything Lord of the Rings. But the problem with the Rings of Power is they're not sticking what made the lore great, or matter of fact, sticking with the source material what made Lord of the Rings great. And it's just not Rings of Power. I'm just gonna pick with them for now, and I'm gonna do my best to be chill and cool, because I actually did watch the first episode of it. I don't know how far Dez got far into it. I watched the first episode. I was like, yeah, I'm out. I couldn't.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to like fantasy and sci-fi and stuff
we
like
gonna
that.
be real good friends.
Yes, I'm big into D&D. I'm very into like making characters and stuff. And
you are my friend for real. You are my friend for real. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, you in my wheelhouse right now.
So I'm not gonna lie, I do have an opinion on this show. Now, personally speaking, I'm not particularly like a Lord of the Rings person. I have seen the movies,
right,
but again, it came out when I was a lot younger, and I don't really remember everything about it, but I remember the gists of it, and I have some opinions on it. I do.
But I don't go ahead, speak your mind. That's what we got you here for.
So now, I didn't make it through the first episode. I watched about 45 minutes of it. That was one thing. Like, it was super long. And that was my first thing. Like, one, why are these episodes so long? Oh my goodness. Two, I just genuinely, I don't feel like it was well put together. Not saying that it's not good, because, you know, graphics, amazing. Recording, amazing. Like, I love the details, and all of that looks great. I mean, like, storyline, it just felt like it was kind of thrown together.
Right.
You know, in the beginning, you have your heroine. She goes through a tragedy. I get that. You want to avenge your brother, and you want to, you know, protect your family's name and stuff like that. I'm all for that. However, I was not okay with, so sorry for the background. One of my kids snuck a snack. So. Sorry about that. I am not okay with, I just feel like as an elf, because when I play D&D, I'm a drow, which is a dark elf.
Right.
There's like there's like a principle that you hold. Like, being an elf is like, you know, like high class.
Right.
Even for a drow, it's still high class. And I just didn't like how she carried herself, you know.
Right.
I don't like that she risked her little caravan that was with her. Like, if you're gonna do that, that's a solo mission type deal.
Right.
So I did not like the fact that she was willing to risk her caravan that was with her for the sake of following possibly a dead lead. You should have told your caravan, I'll catch up with you later. I'm gonna go this way. You head out that way. Like, that's how I would have done it, speaking in the fantasy world. And then the other thing I didn't understand was Nori's like timeline. Like,
yeah, you remember a lot more than I do, because even though I watched the first episode, I was like, it was like in one ear out the other. I'm like,
you weren't even trying to take it.
I really was, but I'm gonna tell you why I really wasn't, because for me, and I okay. Those of y'all know me. I try to set my bar low, because if I set it high, didn't disappoint me, I'm like, I just wasted time watching something. But when the production or producers or whoever of the show was like, hey, we're going to do it this way. We don't care what Tolkien has written. We're going to do it this way and forget what everybody else is saying. And like with that thought process in my mind, I was like, I'm be fair. I'm want to be fair. I did try to give it a chance. It's just like, and I see what I saw. I'm like, y'all didn't care. So why should I care for watching more of it? And it's hard for me. Like, it's hard because, like, I love. Look, I played Dragon Age. That's one of my favorite medieval, like, dark fantasy games I play. You can create your own character, being this way. Y'all know me. I love games like that. I'm like a kid in a candy store with games like that. But what bothers me with because I want to give the show, I did. It's like, now when they had black elves and black dwarves, I said that don't matter. I said I don't care as long as they do these characters justice. I can care less.
Right.
But when he don't do the character justice, that's when I'm like, all right. Again, I really can't talk because I only watched the first episode. But when the reviews was being negative and just being harsh, and they're not really taking constructive criticism. It's like, oh, like the reason you don't like the show because y'all are racist or this, that. I'm like, whoa, what does race have to do anything with this? Like, right. I feel like if they just made it something different, then okay. But we live in a day and age where people are not being too creative. I'm talking about the higher ups. You have like independent people who out there put much more love to the lore than these big Hollywood productions does. And I was like, because people want to give stuff a chance. I do. I really do. It just like when things don't go bad, oh, what's blaming the fan base? Why are you blaming us? We didn't make it.
Absolutely. Exactly. Like, if you're not a true fan of the lore that you're trying to represent, you might want to leave the representation to somebody else who's going to accurately depict it. Because I do think there's some times when you can take creative lead and just do, your own thing creative wise, but you need to, like you said, state that you're going to state, well, we're going to go to the left a little bit, go to the right, how we feel like it would be, not say you're stick to something and then it feels like you haven't done accurate research. And that's what was my point of bringing up Nori. Like, I didn't understand the purpose of her storyline. It feels like it's separate storylines that are just being meshed together. Like, what is the perfect purpose? And like, maybe if that could have been explained either within the first episode, or you made it presume it was going to be explained in the second episode, maybe I would have continued watching it. But just the length itself and the fact that it just felt like two storylines that were meshed together just didn't make sense to me.
I guess like for me, because what I had to do to prepare, because I knew I was going to be talking a lot about Rings of Power, I had to watch other videos. I'm like, all right, I watched some that there's a lot of people that people hate it. And it was hard for me to find people that actually like it. I made maybe one or two videos, so it was for me. It was kind of hard, but I feel like fans who loves the Lord can do a much better job. And you know what? And me and Des, we did talk about this a little bit off screen. Like I'm more a little anal, but at the same time, I don't mind you taking certain liberties to change something up a little bit where it don't hurt the lore or hurt the character, to say the least. But it's like I want to give you a chance, but then you slap like, hey, this is Lord of the Rings, but this is our version. Okay. And there's a lot of shows or movies. Going back to my deep fandom, like I don't know if you watched the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie where Peter Parker in his version he had no web shooters. His web shooter came from his wrist, and people was little miffed about it, but at the same time it wasn't a overarching change that it didn't change the character. Like
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like Galadriel. I think that's the main lead's name. I remember Galadriel from the Lord of the Rings trilogy and the Hobbit trilogy, and I don't get me wrong, I always wondered what made her become how she is, because she's like, not only she's stunning, but she's powerful, and like I think that one time when Frodo almost gave her the ring, and she was like, oh, y'all won't fear a man, but you feel a goddess, a queen. I was like, oh my god! I was like that's one of the most scariest scenes for me. And I watched it. I watched it this day. I was like, yeah, I'm still kind of weirded out about it, but okay. So, but I didn't mind having a backstory about her. I think it was that aspect was a good idea, but how they make her to become like, oh, I don't care for no one else, blah 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 blah. I think one episode said, oh, like her character was done wrong. Is pretty much what they're saying. So it's and like you said, like the pacing of it was a little bit wrong. Just by watching these other videos, and it's so bad. Like I remember, what's that video game called? It's a video game called No Man's Sky. It had one of its first releases, I think maybe 2019. I want to say it came out, and so pretty much, so everybody was talking bad about it, blah blah blah. So what they did was like, okay, so the creator's like, hey, don't worry about the comments, don't worry about no YouTube videos, don't worry about nothing. Let's focus on and make this right. Let's make this game right. I guess the only difference is from a TV show and from a video game, you can actually go back and make things right.
Absolutely. Like, look at that Sonic movie. You remember what Sonic looked like before the Sonic? I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I had a feeling about that. I'm like,
oh my!
Why are you trying to realize Sonic? Yeah. Like, you can't do that.
You can't, because like I think they was trying to do what was that Pokemon movie that came out? Detective Pikachu. They use like I guess called hyper realism, where you like Charizard's got like scales, and they Pokemon who's furry, they got legit fur on them. They was going for that. Now that worked for Pokemon. That worked. Right. But oh god, Sonic though was just like, I'm like, bro, why did he have claws? What's wrong with his face? I was like,
right, like they tried to humanize Sonic. Yeah. I'm sorry, he's too fictional of a character to try to humanize. That's if you're gonna humanize him, you need to make him an actual hedgehog.
Right, right. Especially when he smiled, I was like, no, don't.
I'm like, see, now that's how you take criticism.
Right.
You listen to your fan base. Like,
I think what's his name? Jim Carrey had an issue with that. He's like, why y'all? Like, I love Jim Carrey. Whether his movie is good or bad, I will watch it to this day. But where's
I love Jim Carrey.
So he didn't get mad. He felt like the studio shouldn't agree with the fans. But by them listening to the fans, your Sonic, not just one, right, not just one, but two, was one of the best video game adaptation movies ever made. Then they told their own story with it, which fits well with the narrative of the character. I was like, that's how you do a good adaptation. I was like, that's how you.
I agree. I greatly enjoyed it, and I'm not normally don't watch the where they make it with real people. Like, I normally don't watch those if it's based off of a cartoon or a video game. I leave my mindset with the cartoon. That was a good movie.
And
they kind of hinted at like they're gonna make a third one, and I'm willing to watch it.
I'm willing to watch it. I really am, because like for me again, because a friend of mine's named Arthur Fatality, he does a podcast with him. We call it Random Talk, and one of the episodes we did was called Good and Bad Adaptations, and we just went around the bend. We talked about everything from the good, from the bad, and we mentioned we talked about the first Sonic movie, how good of an adaptation that was. And the reason I'm bringing up the Sonic movie, because like I said before, it like I said, it was how Sonic looked back then and how Sonic looked now, because they not only they listened to the fans, they took out the good and the bad, they told their own story with it, which again, I feel like it's okay, we heard what they're saying, so let's try to fix this. And they had time. When they pushed back the first movie, it gave them time to fix Sonic and do some reshoots, and it worked beautifully.
Right. And they were still able to release it on time, right?
Yep. They're still able to release it on time. Yep. So it was like, this is like, we are in a day and age, ladies and gentlemen, where creativity is at an all-time low. Like, I know you don't know too much. I know I seen some information about Saints Row, the remake, but Saints Row is another one of those where the creative team, the development team, just went absolute nuts on fans. Now, don't get me wrong. I meant to say this earlier. Don't get me wrong. There are some boogers out there. There are some grade A douchebags out there when it comes to certain fandoms. And you know, like I said, and I get it, but my biggest issue and anger is like when you put all of us in the same box. I was like, hold on, we're just trying to give you some good criticism, just let you know, hey, we're not feeling this. But what happened with Saints Row remake is like when the fans said it wasn't, like, I haven't played the game, but I know like I have a cousin and a friend who plays it. Now out of them, those two guys love the game. I'm like, cool. I'm happy y'all like it. But the Twitter, I forgot what position this person had, but she was supposed to make sure that everything goes right with the games, just telling people, hey, don't worry, we're trying to fix it, this, that, and the other. Then at one point she's like, if we listen to the fans, it's like listen to like white supremacists or Nazis or terrorism. I'm like, what? Yeah. Sorry for saying the T word, YouTube. My bad. I'm sorry. But it's like it was like y'all just digging yourself in a deeper hole. Like, if I were like, hey, Random Man, we want you to make a remake of this, that, and other. Okay, cool. Like, I get when you want to put on a new spin on something, but at the same time, you do a remake, whether it's a video game, movie, or comic book, you gotta like. You want to bring the fans in, you just don't want to keep going on nostalgia factor, because this nostalgia don't continue for so long.
Very true, and you got to keep in mind the different generations. Yes. Like, you got to adapt it to where it's going to appease the OGs and it's going to attract the young bloods.
Yeah, and I think that's like you're right, but that's the hardest thing to do, because you got to find that balance. And so far, right now, that balance is lost. Like, if I ask you to make, let's say, well, maybe what's your favorite TV show? Whether it's present or back when, you have a favorite TV show?
Let me think about my favorite TV show. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh my gosh, do I have a favorite TV show?
I know it's hard right now, isn't it?
I don't really even watch TV like that. I watch cartoons, but I don't
like even if it's a cartoon, anything. Like if it's a cartoon.
You know what? My favorite cartoon would probably be Chowder.
I'm happy I met you, because I love Chowder. No, for real. Especially when I can't remember the big dude who was Mumble. I remember one episode, and I watched Chowder, and I think he's about to do something with the mic. He's like, okay. Then when he saw Chowder and everybody else, he's like, rada, and left the stage, and I cracked up. I had to play that part back so many different times, because I was so used to him just mumbling every time. So if I ask you to do a remake of Chowder, and like, but at the same time, like, but like, make it your own. but keep it like your.
Hold on, 1 second.
Oh yeah, sure. Not a problem. Okay, so like you say, Chowder's one of your favorite cartoons. If I would ask you, if I was the head of Cartoon Network, I was like, I want you to remake a Chowder, but make it your own, but try to keep it nostalgia. Like, how would you feel about that? Because I think that's maybe like one of the most challenging things to do in today. It's like everybody's so busy bringing back remakes, and they want to remake a show. Hold on, I'm saying this right. They want to remake a show, but they're so busy trying to make it their own. But at the same time, you want to bring people in, the OGs. But it's like when the OGs don't like it, we're the bad guys. Like, right. I that's the one thing I don't understand. Is like you want us to like, I guarantee the OGs can bring in more of the young bloods.
Right. That's true.
And watch the show, because I remember what cartoon was that? They remake Thundercats, I think in 2001.
Yeah, they did remake that. I think that I kind of liked it. Like, it definitely was for a newer generation. Yeah. I don't think it was remotely for the older generation.
Yeah. But I guarantee you, because of OGs, because I watched it, cause I'm a stickler for this. I wanted Lion-O to be with Chitara, and he didn't get with Chitara. And I was like, she ended up being with Tiger. I was like, okay, but it's still a good show. I watched it. I loved it. But word of mouth came like, hey, y'all need to watch this 2001 Thundercats. Y'all need, like, I legit did that on Facebook, did that on Twitter. Yeah, I said Twitter at this time. I said, y'all got, like, that's how it works. With word of mouth comes in and say, hey, watch this. And it works. Cause not only you give us nostalgia, you reach out to the young bloods. Even with not the Netflix one, even with Master of the Universe that came like the same year as Thundercats remake happened. I was like, y'all gotta watch the new Master of the Universe. It's great. It's good. Again, not Revelations, because that was terrible. I'll be here for we'll be here for a whole nother hour for me talking about that. But that's how you do it. It's like, if you're gonna bring something back, like give it that feel, but at the same time, bring us OGs in so we can, like, hey, this go, like, I hate this saying, we gotta make it for the whole modern era. Ooh, that's a red flag right there for me. But man, it's just me. I just feel like it's bad on their part, where they attack the fans for not liking what they like.
Absolutely. Like, you gotta have some thick skin to be in production, whether that is video games or whatever. You gotta, especially when it comes to redoing something, you have to have a thick skin. You're just like, I don't know what word I'm looking for. Like, you just, there's a professional way to be about things, and there's an unprofessional way. And if you're supposed to be a head honcho, you just can't be professional about it.
Right. That's I mean, that's true though. If you really think about it, it's, for me, it's like, let's say, because I always tell somebody, whether it me doing a let's play or in a comment, I was like, hey, like, if you think I'm not doing good, then, like, explain to me in a good fashion, how can I be better? Give me some ideas. What you think? I don't want you coming in my comments saying, oh, you suck, this, that, you don't know how to. All right, like, that's why. Then I'll be like, I remember when I started doing movie reviews for my channel, and I remember one person was just going back and forth. It wasn't a heated conversation. I said, yeah, this is my reaction to, oh, this is like a movie review. I was like, it's kind of the same thing. I said, it's me reacting to it, but also reviewing at the same time. Well, that's to make it review. I was like, all right, man, look, thank you for your thoughts. Appreciate it. And really, that's how you gotta be right now. So, like I'm trying to find my words now. It's because I'm not trying to make nobody bad, but sometimes you gotta be like, all right, whatever. But
sometimes you'll step on toes, and you just gotta have a thick skin about it. And as a creator, You just got to accept that some people are not going to understand your creative choices, and you can do one of two things. You can either modify it depending on how it's impacting you, because they have their analytics and their people who do that, so they can see how much of a negative impact or a positive impact it is. But you always got it, unfortunately, when you're the one getting the money, you gotta just have a thick skin about it. You cannot be getting butthurt about it. You can't have no hurt feelings about it. You just gotta fix it. You either gotta fix it or you gonna keep it as is and just deal with the backlash.
Yep. No true words have ever been spoken. no true words have ever been spoken, because it is like I said, you gotta have a thick skin with it. I'm like going.
That's even with making YouTube content. Yeah. Like, you gotta have a thick skin.
Oh God, yes, yeah. I never had besides that one YouTube argument I went with, but even though I feel like that went well, it's like a lot of people out who make content. I'm gonna use my man Corius Kinchin, one of my favorite YouTubers.
Mine too.
See, that's why we cool. That's why we cool. He's one of the most wholesome YouTubers I ever seen on that platform. And
I liked him so much. I went back and I've watched every single one of his videos. It took me probably like a year to watch all of them. I watched every video. I watched every gameplay. I started Spooky Scary Sunday. I'm caught up on all the Spooky Scary Sundays. I watch all the new stuff. Like, I just watched him review Street Fighter.
Oh yeah,
6.
Yeah. Oh man, God.
Like,
I hope one day, cause I perfectly like I say like he said I want to do Street Fighter 6 content. Like, hey, where the rest of y'all at? Like this, but I want to see more. See him play Street Fighter 6 content. Let's go. And
yes.
Oh man, I love that video.
And that looks fun. I actually, whenever they produce that, I might cop it. Like, that's how fun it looks.
Yeah. Oh my God. Again, you get to create your own character. I'm like, all right.
Yes, that's what I like about it.
I was like, look, y'all got my money. What else y'all want?
Right.
Like, what else y'all want? Street Fighter? Like, Jesus, because I want to cop that too. But like, I can't remember. Somebody did had an issue with Corey I think in one of his comments. No. What happened was Corey was telling his community, like, hey, y'all, chill out. Don't worry about it. And they listened.
Yep.
And he took, as even when somebody come hit Corey with some crazy stuff, either he ignore it, or he said B, I just keep on doing what I do, or he's like, or he would address it. As far as I know, nobody don't say nothing bad about Corey. Especially, I think he had what's that weird dude name? Avocado. He kind of talk.
Yeah, I did see that. I forgot what his name was. That's how not curious nobody took it. Like,
yeah. But what was sad was, of course, like, hey man, just get help. People are worried about you. And then, like, I don't remember what Nick Avocado, I don't know. He just went off. Like, I don't even heard about you. I was like, you had that many subscribers. Like, dude, you got like 13 mil. Like, what you talking about? But
Corey was me subscribers every day. Like, right. What?
Like, Corey wasn't saying nothing malicious or nothing like that at all. So it was like, where is this coming from? And which leads back to our topic of today is, and like you say this, it's like, hey, I'm just like, just have a thick skin. Don't worry about it. And it's like if people don't like your stuff, they don't like it. If they do, then guess what? You got more money in your pocket, and you be happy that your work has been appreciated.
Exactly.
That's really what I feel like with that. I feel like a lot more stuff, and I get it. You want to defend your stuff. You want to defend this. This is your baby. It's like, and I get that. I know when I get these videos out there, or when I'm working on a writing project or something I want to do out there, I want people to like it. I want people to engage with me with it. But at the same time, there's some people who don't like it. I can't get mad about it. But at the same time, I hope when you come at me, please be calm with your writing. Let's have a civilized conversation, and let's go from there. And that's why I think. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying I agree.
So like that's my thing. Even I'm gonna say this for example, like I watch a lot of Disney Plus shows. Now I just finished watching She-Hulk. Now.
Oh, you finished it?
I finished it, and She-Hulk with me was definitely a hit and miss. What I mean by hit and miss, some of the writing was and then when it was good, to me it was good. And there's like maybe 2 episodes I just didn't like, and so the one video I did with my buddy Mike, he and I we both liked the show. And I sit there and talk, I was like, the ending was bonkers, but it was that good kind of bonkers for me because I know who the character is. Now, what?
Yeah, I couldn't get to that show. I think I made it probably 2 episodes, and I was like, it's not for me.
And you know what? And that's fine. And and the one thing if you ever do watch my reaction videos, I'll always say, well, this movie's not for me. I won't watch it again. But go ahead, watch for yourself. Like, you want to just have the experience. And then if somebody come back and say, hey, this movie was good, I'm not gonna ask you why. But at the same time, it's like, I'm happy you enjoyed it. But I will ask like what you like about it. Excuse me. But that's how that's how I feel about with anything, especially when it comes from source material. So that's how I feel about that. It's something that you enjoy or you did enjoy. I'm not gonna say, what's wrong with you? Go back and watch it again. I'm not gonna do you like that. If it's not for you, it's not for you.
Why do you have to try to like prove like I feel like people that have like a lack of confidence in self. Like do you really need like to have that type of opinion where you're just right about everything, or you can only associate with people who have the same point of view as you? Like, life is so boring if we were all the same.
It really is, and that's sad to say, especially in America. And I hate to say that that's what life is right now. If you don't read with this side, we hate you, we're gonna cancel you. It's like,
oh my gosh, I was talking to somebody, I don't remember who, but we were talking about cancel culture. You're finna get canceled if you have a different opinion from the masses, and I just don't feel like that's fair because everybody is different.
Right.
And we're all entitled to feel how we feel about everything. Just because we feel different doesn't invalidate our feelings. And you can't be upset because somebody is different. You just gotta agree to disagree.
That's gonna be the hashtag, agree to disagree. But that's what it is for me. It's like when I it's Facebook story time. I'm not gonna say the person name. I'm not like that. So when they were making Tim Drake, the third Robin, they was making him bisexual. So I was like, and I wasn't trying to be mean, and I said, well, this help the comic book sales, and one person just went at me. I was like, whoa. I said, I'm not saying, because he's like, it's all about representation, this, that, and the other. I was like, I'm all for representation, but I have a few questions. I was like, one, why does that have to be a character that's already existing? 2, it's like, why the sudden change? I was like, 3, how would you feel if a character that you know, who's been around for decades, and what's the situation like that, where the character is gay, straight, non-binary, whatever that character identifies as? I was like, how would you like that? He said, you would be mad. I said, I'm not even speaking me. I'm asking facts. I need facts. Like, why? And the person went on. I was like, okay, well, you have a nice day. So let's agree to disagree. And it's like,
what is the purpose of adding sexual orientation if it's not what's the word I'm looking for? If it's not imperative to, that's probably the wrong word, but if it doesn't have anything to do with the storyline, what's the purpose of it?
Yeah, and I said it again. Me and my buddy Archie Fatal, we talked about this in another video, and we was like, hey, we're not homophobes, we're not nothing. We just asking questions because it don't fit the mold of this character we're trying to make like that. It's like if it fits the story, then okay, good. But
right, if it's imperative to the storyline,
right,
maybe I could be accepting of it. But if it ain't got nothing to the storyline, like that's like what is that cartoon? Have you ever watched the Pac-Man cartoon that used to be out?
Yeah.
Not the old school one, but the new adapted one that looks kind of 3D.
Yeah.
Like, that's like making Pac-Man gay. For what reason? Like, the storyline don't have nothing to do with preferences. Like, it's about him trying to save his world from being taken over by the ghost people. Like, what?
It's like that because, like, again, by me being an OG dude, like I said, I was born in the 80s, lived through the 90s, still living, but I seen the up and down with cartoons. Like, I grew up watching He-Man, I grew up watching She-Ra, and then I watched She-Ra with the Netflix series. I was like, okay, this is like, I was digging the animation, and like the characters look cool, but then all of a sudden, like one of the characters started liking another character. I was like, wait a minute. I really had to go back and Google. I was like, hold up, there was enemies. What's going on here? So something ain't right. Like, but it's like it didn't fit the narrative. I get you got made for the. I hate saying this word, for this modern era, new generation. But because people, like a lot of people who didn't like the idea of She-Ra, they attacked the people. They attacked the OGs. I'm like, yo, we not saying we don't hate. We just saying we don't like this idea. Oh, something wrong with y'all. Y'all don't like strong, powered women. I was like, who said anything? It's like, whoa, where is this coming from? And
right.
It's like it's, and again, y'all can hear me. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, you can make a new character. We have lost our special guest, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. So and plus the disrespect, ladies and gentlemen.
My bad, guys.
But it's like we don't hate that. We just asking, why are y'all mad at us? Because we don't like what y'all have. Then it's like it's with, like I said, with anything like that. If it, like I said, if an idea that we don't like, either we're racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, all that stuff. I'm like, we're not. No, we just.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that gets on my nerves so bad. Like, I remember. I don't even know what I don't remember what I commented on, but somebody called me fat phobic because I think I was talking about like weight loss in a group or something, and I wasn't talking about other people. I was talking about me specifically. I was like, I started the weight loss journey because I don't like the way that I look, and they took it personally because I'm like, I'm not even talking about you. Right. I'm talking about myself specifically. That is not fat shaming for me to not like something about myself.
Like, to be honest, I never heard of fat phobic before. This is the first time actually. I'm so serious.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like now I'm not gonna say that I haven't seen it before because I have seen it, because just like, you know how people bring up, oh well, this black person, blah blah blah, and then being black wasn't impertinent to the storyline. Right. I mean, it's the same with being big. Okay, that's cool that you didn't like, you know, that you don't like these type of people, but why did you have to mention that they were fat? We were talking about their point of views in life. Why did you have to mention that they were fat? Like, that was not relevant to what the topic. So I mean, I've seen it. I feel like people try to victimize everything. That's
yes, really what it is. You just said it. Because then, like, you get some people, it's like, you're, I guess I use black people for example. You get a white person coming in saying, like, that's right, this is that. Like, hold up, we can speak for ourselves. We don't need you speaking for us. If we ask for your help, okay, but we don't need y'all coming in here trying to play superhero with us. It's like,
right.
we don't get that. Then they get mad at us.
No. We're gonna mention the Ariel movie. That's what we're gonna mention.
All right, let's go.
Like, have you seen it on social media? Everybody is talking about, that's not sticking to the lore. That's not what color Ariel was. First of all, if you read the lore of mermaids, one, she wouldn't be white, and I'm gonna be honest, you can go anywhere with mermaids. It depends on which ones you're talking about, because if you're talking about the ones, if you're talking about the bad ones, those don't even look humanoid.
Yeah,
like, they look humanoid in the distance, and then when you come up close to them, they're hideous. So I mean, what if we're gonna follow Ariel's lore? She's not even part of her own lore, because
where she's located, you know, where she grew up from. It don't make sense why she's the ethnicity she is in the movie. But hey, right. Whatever you say.
But what do we know? What do we know?
You know, if we're gonna be technical, I mean, if you're gonna do your research and talk about where her sisters came from and her personal storyline is still not accurate, but whatever.
Yeah, like when it comes to race swapping characters, I'm not a big fan of it, but at the same time, I always say if you can do this character justice and not crazy messed up the lore, or
right,
then let them have at it. Now, the crazy thing is, and it's gonna kind of turn me off. It's like, oh yeah, Ariel's not looking for love. She's just going to the surface for something. Wait, what? She went to looking for love. Like for real, I'm like, hold up now. Nah, I was team Ariel all the way now. I was like, but hold up, what Disney? What y'all doing? It's like, hold on. Like I was on your team for a hot second. Ariel was looking for the man. Like I hope it's not true, but if it is, that's really gonna hurt, especially with the Disney remakes now. Because the only good remake I actually enjoyed for them was Aladdin. Aladdin was pretty much good.
Not gonna lie, that one was good. I enjoyed that one myself.
That was good.
And I'm a very big. I was like, I really hope Will can pull this through.
God, because, I was saying that too.
Because I don't know if we can replace Genie. I don't know.
Like you cannot replace Robin Williams. You probably do as good as him, but not. But yeah, like I enjoyed it. Like Maleficent was the first movie. I enjoyed the first one. It did bother me a bit, where it's like it's not about Sleeping Beauty. It's about me. I'm like, okay, but
I liked it. I could dig it. I did like the first one. I was like, okay, we can see how Maleficent became Maleficent.
And that was good. I'm not again not hating on it, but I didn't care for the second one, so I didn't bother watching it. But they messed up Lion King so bad. I was rooting for it. That's like, wait a minute.
That one couldn't get my attention enough for me to watch it, so I haven't even watched it.
Don't watch it. I'll let you know right now.
Dang, don't even waste my time.
Don't even waste your time. You got Disney Plus, watch the OG one.
I do have Disney Plus.
Look, I'm telling you right now, the only thing good about the remake from Lion King that I personally like, it was just James Earl Jones. You couldn't do the movie without James Earl Jones. God, that movie was good. I did cry again. Yes, y'all can call me a punk, whatever. I cried when Scar killed Mufasa. I was like, dog, this hurt just the first time. It's like, but everything else about the movie, from some of the casting, like God, dog, I wish they did. Some of the songs they messed up. Then I'm sorry, Beyonce cannot be knowledge for me. I could. I was like, I said, y'all can use it for the singing, but not for the. No, I just couldn't. But anyways, I digress. But because I know like a lot of people, again, including with Ariel, there's like some of the creators or the actors is talking back to some of the fans, like, hey, we don't hate this. We just want you to do a good job and stick with the Disney lore. I get you got to change it up a bit just so you can make it fit in this modern era, if we can say that. But
right, I can get, but I can get behind the change. Like I don't feel like race is an issue.
Right.
It's a fictional character.
Exactly.
You know, it can be you got to adapt for the times. That is what it is. I am for, if you're going to keep it close to the original storyline, you got to keep it close to the original storyline. So I do understand that. I don't understand the backlash for her being changed to a different ethnicity, because you got to understand Disney's not really that diverse anyways. Like, what year did Princess and the Frog come out? And I'm not gonna lie, I felt some type of way. Why it had to be Princess and the Frog?
Right, I did too. I want to say
why it have to be a frog? But hey, whatever. I'm appreciative of a black princess. You know.
I am, but look how long it took her to. But look how long it took her to come out with it. I was like, all right. I was like, yeah, we got.
And then You're mad about that movie, and most of the movie she spent her time being a frog. But hey, we're not going to get into that. But
I gotta tell you this. So, I don't know if you ever heard of Teen Titans, right?
Oh yeah, I love that. I love the original and the terrible remake. Teen Titans, though, I love that too.
I got some favorite episodes of Teen Titans, though. That's part of my favorite. But okay, so when they made the live action Titans series for HBO Max. So I was like, cool. I'm liking some of that cast and stuff. So I'm like, who they gonna get to play Starfire? I can't remember the lady's name. So they got a lady who plays Starfire. She's black, and the internet was in a uproar. I'm like, chill. First of all, she's not white. She's an orange alien.
She's from a whole
nother planet. A whole nother planet, and people were upset that she was black. I'm like, are y'all
She's
serious?
Literally orange. What are you talking about?
Like, it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. I was just racking my brain trying to figure out. I said, nah, she did. I said, nah, look, and I keep this to this day. Now I have watched a little bit of the Titans show. I just hate they made that show dark for no reason, because I know Titans have dark moments, but it's not. The show's not necessarily dark. Because Starfire was hunting Raven for whatever reason she was hunting for. I was like, what happened to my bubbly, curious alien from another princess alien from a whole other planet? Like, can y'all keep it like that? So I do want to get back in and watch it, but it's hard for me because, again, since I'm such a stickler for like keeping their characters in a certain way.
I might have to watch it myself. I didn't even know they had came out with a live action.
I think it's on its 4th season, I want to say.
What? And I'm behind. Oh my goodness.
You don't hear me because it was hard for me because I don't know, like I feel like they could have done it better, but I do want to give it a chance. I do want to actually do my own review for it. It's just like I know they're supposed to have Blackfire coming back in. I think in this season. I think in this 4th season he's supposed to come back. So I need to watch it. But again, and the reason I bring with the whole Starfire, because there are fans once again that's strictly just angry people for no reason. Oh, you need to keep my Starfire the same. I'm like, yo, let's give it a chance. Now, when a show or movie come out, if it's bad, then y'all can talk y'all mess. But ain't nothing happened yet, so relax. It's fine. Let's give them a chance. But
yeah, they are.
Yeah. So like,
reaching, I guess.
Yeah, it is. It's like I said. So like anything like for me, like I said, like. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. You'll be laughing, be surprised, because they're actually going to do a live action Powerpuff Girls show. Live action.
Okay, now that's too much for me.
I feel you, right? So, because we are going to wrap this video up a little bit, but so what happened with the Powerpuff Girls? Bubbles was out of rehab. They made Buttercup was supposed to be bisexual tomboy. And Blossom was, I can't remember what they said with Blossom, but anywhere it goes, the story was not going to be good. They're gonna have Professor Utonium like use the girls just to make money. I'm like, hold up.
Okay, now that's too much to the left. Yeah. I'm okay with some changes, but that's too much.
Like,
now I'm not gonna lie about Buttercup though. She's a little bit butchy, so that kind of makes sense. But like, the rest of that,
yeah, I don't mind her being a crazy tomboy. I'm cool with that because that's Buttercup's personality. That's probably the only one thing they got right. That's only one thing they got right. But the show got canceled before it even began.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad.
Yo,
that was too much.
You and everyone else. Matter of fact, I think at one point I want to say either last year or early 2020 they released the script. Somebody released the script to the internet, and it was a uproar. It was a backlash. Everybody read the script. Maybe one day I'll tell you about it, but again, we're gonna be here for a whole another hour. And people's mad.
Now I'm about to see if I can find it.
If you can't get, because it was so bad. It was really bad. And that's the game with adaptations. I don't mind y'all changing stuff. I think it was a good idea to have the girls be grown up. I had no issue with that. The issue came when you just made Professor Utano not care for the girls. just to make money. It didn't make. Then Mojo Jojo had a son. I'm gonna leave it on to that.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm gonna leave it on right there. But yeah, that's about it. The reason I'm making this video because it's been long, it's been near and dear to my heart. I wanted to talk about this, but I was like, so maybe not just me. Maybe I can add somebody else with me. And Dez, once again, I'm gonna start calling you Dez from now on. So
go right ahead. That's what I go by.
So that's like, I want to. It's not like I want these shows to fail. I want them to succeed. But when you come out and say, "Oh, we just gonna make it our way and not care for no one else," that's the bad thing about it. That's what I dislike. It's like that's what let me give that show a chance. But I don't know. Any last words?
Oh, I found the script already. If you want,
you found the script?
I found it. Here, I'm gonna. Hold on, let me copy it. I'm gonna send it to you so you can read it.
Thank you, God. I do want to read that. But anything you want to add before we end this video off?
Yeah. Creators, adapters. I need you to get a thicker skin. You gotta understand that us as fans, sometimes it's hard for us to accept changes, and some changes are ridiculous. So you either gotta learn how to accept the criticism with a grain of salt or adapt to it. The choice is yours, but backlashing your money providers is never the answer.
Never the answer. Never the answer. Well, guys, we're going to wrap up. Des, thank you so much again. Appreciate you. Love you so much for joining us in this.
Thank you for having me. I hope you'll have me again.
Yeah, of course. If you want me, like, you need me to join one of your videos, please, by all means, let me know. I will be happy to help. But again, like, Des. So Dez's YouTube video will be in the description box below or at the end of this video. Again, I appreciate it again for joining me, guys. Hashtag me Koya's Kenshin. Come to the random side. We do have these cookies, and I'm about to read this script too. I'm about to read this bad boy since we get done with this. And come to the random side. We do have those cookies. Please, I'm gonna say again, please, you guys stay random, and we'll see you all in the next video. Y'all take it easy.
Blurry face and I care what you think. My name's blurry face and I care what you think.